feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride away.
Chris Cuomo actually spoke about, Diddy on Valuetainment. I seen him posted on a couple blogs. I think he made a good point, and it's good for us to have some counter views, because I know y'all all want to hear Diddy did it, Diddy's guilty, Diddy's whatever. But he brought up some points, Chris Cuomo, and he was just saying this actually feels abnormal into how the feds normally handle stuff. And let me see if I could, hold on, let me see if I could find,
rape,
Here we go. So he's talking about a Diddy case.
And or arrest. That's the
Right.
way.
So his point is this, which, again, he's a very reputable journalist. He's seen these things happen on a national level. He's been covering it way longer than me. So I'm going to take his expertise into, factor. But he says that this actually feels like the feds have nothing on Diddy. And this was him making his point. Here we go.
What are you saying, though?
I'm saying that why does he get to give press statements about what's happening with Sean Combs?
He's talking about
the guy should be in a box thinking about kind of access to free speech. But the idea of this becoming more about hip hop, this investigation doesn't smell right from an investigative perspective. And I'll tell you why. Ordinarily, here's how it works. You start working bottom up in an investigation like this. This is essentially a RICO case, okay? This is a racketeering case. That's what they're going to do, is get him for ancillary.
Yes, and we've said this before. The two charges that we believe, if any will come out of this, it will be sex trafficking and also racketeering, all right?
Activities that were part of what they're going to say was a criminal enterprise. You get the little guys. They start to bubble up. You now get your subpoenas out. You get your information, your web of networks of contacts and communications, which is a treasure trove these days because everybody's doing this all the time. Then you punctuate it with things that you now have an understanding where they might be and what they might mean, and you raid. And then you indict and or arrest. That's the way it usually works. Here, we didn't hear about a lot of these things until the raid, which may have been motivated by these civil suits, which are laid out very well, by the way, especially that little rod. It reads like a novel.
Yeah.
Then there's no action on Diddy. Diddy's waving, going to Adam's friends' restaurants.
He was in Pura Vida in Miami filming with
Which, by the way, I think is PR, but okay.
Wes Watson this weekend.
Meanwhile,
his sons have been arrested.
There's something off about this investigation.
His sons wasn't arrested, just detained.
And what it smells like to me is that hip-hop is a great boogeyman for the feds. Hip-hop is bad. They don't see it as what it is now, which is my kid.
This is a decent point. He basically saying that the feds are still old school, and people who, majority of the country or the people who control some of these or in charge of, like, whether the FBI or HSI, these are white guys, and they're looking at hip-hop like how they used to look at hip-hop back in the day, but they're also, this phenomenon has been happening where it's like their kids are now listening to what they usually villainize, and they're trying to get a handle on it, but they still have that fear of hip-hop.
Kids' culture, okay? My white kids living in the Hamptons live hip-hop. My daughter is going a little country on me. The songwriter, she's been writing some country, so I don't know where she gets that from. But I think that there are going to be some big surprises in this investigation of the nothing variety. And it's going to be a big problem for the feds. You bust a billionaire's house who's a major...
So he thinks that there will be nothing found. Wow.
Major culture figure. You put his kids in cuffs. I know they thought there may be weapons in the house, and that's a protocol for them. But I tell you...
Now, I know I'm interjecting here, but I'm trying to give context. Now, it's just revealed that Cassie's one of the people cooperating. Now, does it put it in context with how quickly Cassie got paid off? Cassie must know something, right? The reason why you pay her off is that you don't want additional information to be added to the lawsuit. You don't want more motions to be filed. You didn't even want to go to court with it. She probably has some credible information. The feds already talked to her. So if it was all nothing, they've talked to someone who Diddy quickly paid off.
I don't think they would have done it to Mark Cuban's kids. And I think that this is going to wind up having a nothing burger aspect.
You think so?
I'll tell you. I know that 90-10, anybody who's been around investigations will say, no way. They would have never raided his house if they don't have him. Look, an indictment is a probable cause standard. It's the lowest standard in our business. That's why we say you can indict a ham sandwich, right? I don't smell that they have him on the kinds of major felonies that were being teased early on, except for one component. He's got a lot of friends. No one's defending him right now. That makes me a little suspicious. Where are his friends?
Except Stevie J.
It's not lining up right in terms of how they usually do this, Pat. Pat, I know I'm right.
When Suge Knight is your biggest advocate, you got some problems.
Rob, go while you're. I want to hear which way. Go to 50 Cent. By the way, play that clip to see where he's at. This is Miami. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is Wes Watson.
Down here
My
at
show.
Pura Vida by my pad, run into the man right here. What's up? Miami's like that. It's a movie. Down here
Okay,
at
go to 50 Cent's Instagram, but go ahead, Vinny.
So Mo, what do you think about the aspect of a lot of people, not just online ex people making those those videos posting, but what about the aspect of, because he looks like he's happy, he doesn't got a care in the world. The aspect of all the cameras and all the stuff that he recorded on some Epstein level stuff that they went in and some major players that powers that be went in just to make sure all the footage of all the shit that they had with all these elites was taken out and deleted. And then he flew that plane. He wasn't on it, but this jet with God knows what was on it flew to a place. Where was it? Where Antigua.
This guy has all his information wrong. That jet was not being used by him. And also, this is an old video. There's an old video that 50 Cent put up, which I haven't even reposted because I think even if I put context in the caption, people are going to think this is new, but this is the video.
Hey, yo, right now, though, for real, yo, I need to know who fucks with me, Like, just straight up, like I don't have the time. If you fuck with me, let it be known. Because I'm going to this next era and I'm lining up all the allies. If you fuck with me, let it be known.
Again, this is an old video. This is not recent. It hasn't been since the arrest. Hasn't been since the allegations.
Don't fuck with me, be quiet, and I will take your silence as you don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's all love. But if you fuck with me, let it be known, because big thing.
Okay, so
is he saying
50
if you're
Cent-
with me?
Yes. Are you with me or against me? Are you on my team?
But
or
if you're
whatever
with
these
them, publicly
allegations are?
come out and be like, hey, whatever's happening with Diddy, I vote
What
for
I
him.
want to know
You
is,
nuts?
tell me one person that supported him.
I know. It's supposed to do ethically. And they say, look, I don't believe that he is gay, not that that's a crime, that he is a pedophile. I don't believe it. I don't like these Bieber videos. I think they're misleading. But. They all have a but, and it all goes to abuse of his power and what the people around him may have been doing that he was caught up in.
Yeah.
And that's why they're staying quiet. Now, the problem is also that you got Fitty. I keep getting yelled at for not saying his name right.
50.
Is it F-I-T-T?
You're Chris Cuomo. You say what you want,
Chris,
buddy.
Chris, I think
You
it's
start
more-
rapping
it's
all up in the
50.
club right now. You do what you want.
You're from New
Cuomo.
York. It's 50.
All right, so 50 Cent says bad things about Biggie about Combs because it's competition. Sugar's saying bad things because it's competition. That's getting covered more than the actual investigation. And that's my problem with this, is there's an overlay of kind of hip-hop culture going at itself. And that's a distraction from the actual...
I don't think 50 Cent is affecting this at all. But I think he's making a decent point to say he feels the optics of this and how they're trying to deal with this on a high-profile level. They're trying to villainize hip-hop as, this still, like, bastard culture that is innately wrong. And these guys, if they've made money, it's like money that's dirty, that's tinted with a lot of crime and taking advantage of people or selling drugs or doing even more heinous crimes like murders. But we'll see. I still think that there's a lot more there than we could just dismiss. By the way, real